how much of a year attention ena mukuno enya from, let's say, the society? And if you say attention no mukuno enya no.
Well, and some more. What we want to say, sir, one say, obedi demon in near. To the beer, we see that person as a beer, no, or how be and as he's a problem to our society and things. Into most of the time, we say a planning, the concerns of those persons. So I'm talking about not just like government about people. I'm talking about us, as they say, Ebusian, the family, and us the community. Into most of the time, there's really very little provision. Ubehu abufra our own ade our otifie unko school. And if Saabo Frano so unko school then what kind of future are we looking for this child? Into never say na Ghana Blind Union we talk about and we try and help say that can be those children who are we tend to forget them. They are able to go to school and also look out for their own life, and you'll be surprised. When one says some of them, most of the time they come out well and they help their families, they help their society, they help their communities. In they say income so, and let's give them more support. Because many of them are unnecessarily and unfairly neglected.
Do you feel that the kind of a political support, the kind of a social supporter, did them or no? Do you think they get the adequate support? I will say,
Debbie. As for adequate, the and do her cry because who a cast one sebio, yeah, did them when say because we need some other forms of support. In here, right now, what is the vogue? ICT. Everybody is there in ICT. Our children need that. And to do that, we need extra devices. Maybe a few apps on your machine will help you, but you need to have those machines. Now, I told you, most of the time, people look at the cost instead of the value. And I know that it has some time because you go to the schools that who say more people blind children need or even blind individuals need, it's really not that much. But the point is, your mom's attention. Nowadays, there's a lot of advocacy and here and there, but Mijidi said we should put a little more focus on the needs of blind children because now I went to the school for the blind because I'm kakra and didn't come up here, and you find that children are still not getting the support they need to be in school. Those are some of the things that because look, it's not that much. It's not that much. So say take a white cane for example. A white cane is 100 cedis at the Ghana Materials Resource Center. It's just 100 cedis. Now, so we have the situation say in Kofu Bebre, and a lot of blind people, they can't afford it. I didn't think they can't afford it because they don't have work, they don't have sources of income. And I know, say there's provision for district assemblies to
common
give them
fund,
support, common fund.
Yeah.
Say. But how much is it, and how regular is it?
common fund and so Monsaka. Monster can be.
Oh, yes.
Like union members, the other municipalities, districts,
Oh.
Do they report, say, Monsaka, can be from some Ramaji scam or debate?
If I sit here, now I can say they don't get money, then that will be wrong.
Okay.
But how much is it? How adequate is it? And how regular is it? It has to be more than substantial. If you give a person a car with 3 tires, okay, why are you giving a car with 3 tires? Why you can't expect him to drive to the next shop?
True.
Because he can't move. That is part of our system. Well, we've been giving something, but how adequate is it? And me, I'm just making the appeal. Say, when we are providing things for persons with disability or for blind persons, no, my and who know as we are giving our charity. You know, as we are investing, we're investing. And like my pastor will tell you, the harvest is no more than the seed. So when we plant that seed, the harvest will be more. So that's me, it's been proven time in and time over. Those blind children now, Omoko School, who they've had support, who people have invested, they've come out. Me say my parents saw the future in me. Into my awful, they gave me support. Omo bua me go school, and they gave me that support. Ebra, I lost my sight. They cried a little. They did all that. That's natural. But then they saw me as a resource, and they invested in me. And I, to the glory of God, make us say, Medusa and so and then. But there are so many children still there. Our society, the parents, nobody is paying so much attention. Intimate sermon is not about just a little charity. Let's really invest in these children. Let's invest in them to give them a future.
Let's invest in them to give them a future. Dr. Peter Obeng Asamoa, Executive Director, Ghana Blind Union. Sanso and Stella Wilson, the assistant to a doc. Stella, Mamma China Memo Aqua Baby. It's as I want a doc, and I'm down there, and I'm Mudia Konya. But Minim said, Jumedia Moody, no, a Jumedia. To be a dinner, because when you are requesting for help and as when you're requesting for assistance, sometimes some people see you some way. Aya not more pemwa I want for whom saying.
And pain baby na and confirm when say maybe ye burden until muka mo ha dwen do until obi wo hokra or ma okra ya na mfiri na kom o jinako didi but say na me boss kan you know ye mfa ne say investment until you know ofa ne say maybe wa oba na wo hwe no e na oboa na aha until no obe free wakomim na waye but obi wo ho a oboa person with disability o me dey besin na menya ahoto besin na me aha until no empem bebre no some people give genuinely out of their heart but obi so ho or yeah because of say ujai na how but nke ye fa ne say ya ye ho a enuado say me ameba me amebusuani a ya ye ne nigemu na ye nyina ya tena ebusia ba akom.
And how does that make you feel? For example, when as a nipa no nche dem free na kuma mu and odia de no emma to you on the doc and to other members of the fraternity. Etoda bia aya na feeling it is saying when for example you've gone to obi am wogidie woni mu pass we do betimi aya man na nzo be ko esiko brane ochena ade achi a ode ma wo ase amamenemfi bi and ode ma wo aya na e ba mu feel saying
Feeling it enye nice enye comfortable but wo as a ope bibi so we are pressing on entino say ye ko baby na say nipa na eto say ko bra ochina mesan aba because we need it entino ofa na say ye bed na ebe me ya de but me hia nkwan de meba nti meba
then to tokoso
I press on coming.
Doc was talking about akandia ye nuanom a sebe won ani ho atete here. And one of the things that Doc boss so the White King. Doc who sem ka et saying
say come White King White King a special duabi pumabi anechete no na ye de share akwan we use that to navigate as a call baby na eno it is a tool some become back some kakra say the White King it started actually after Second World War, the Second World War, 1945, baby. And people started using the White Lions Club, New Rotary Club began promoting as White King. And the reason they use the color white as blue and now red and now black, but I want to use white and say white color beer, you can see it from a far distance. If a blind person is holding this White King and crossing the road, a driver for but to me, from a distance. Internet, you choose the color white. But, sir, it was just, people were just holding it. They didn't know even how to use it properly. Now, during 1964, President Lyndon Johnson, out of America, Onona initiative say October 15th should be White King Day in America, White King Safety Day in America. And then the United Nations took it over, and the world community took it over. And UN logged it in as October 15, the day for the White King Day. Into all over the world, we celebrate the White King. In Ghana, we do it every year. Now, this year's celebration, you be a Kopon School for the Blind, but we are suspended it to Ochena, 5th November. At the Ekopon School for the Blind.
Doc, were there reasons, Tia? So, okay, say 15th of October, na this year.
Yeah, the 5th.
Exactly. Now, Ghana, the another ye de call Ochena.
Okay. On the 5th in Akasa, we issued a press statement, but they call 5th November so that it will be in line with Ekopon School for the Blind. They're having their 80th anniversary celebration.
Wow.
Into as activities for the 80th anniversary, we decided to have the celebrations there with them.
Okay.
So we made it 5th November. So they're having their celebration the whole of this week. Their 80th anniversary. And as all names say, Ghana Blind Union and the Kopon School for the Blind here, we are intertwined, we are knit together.
No correct.
At this time.
Ochena energy media no ebekoso as part of the 80th anniversary commemoration of Kopon School for the Blind.
Yes.
Jumadi ni na ebekoso ewo But let's talk about some of the issues with the acquisition of White King. You mentioned say no boafo, but yenu anu mo a omoni eho atechin dudu no ani bi.
You need be because is it no 100 cities.
100 cities.
100 cities. In the year for Mobia. 100 cities because these White Kings are imported.
Okay.
That is the issue. And it mean in local, the Mijidi say will have a lower cost. But these ones are imported. Into now, we have the price of 100 cities. Now, even with this, so far Ghana Blind Union say we have about 28,000 members. And that
about
is
28,000 members. Okay.
And these are registered members.
Members, okay.
Now, so we don't limit our service to only the 28,000.
Okay.
We give our service to all blind people in the country. So you can't give one person a cane, then ignore the other, just because he's not a member. Until we do all, and we have branches in all the regions.
So 28,000 registered members. And say, "Bia, do one more register here, come on." You'll be clocking over 50,000, 60,000.
Oh, even more than that, even close to 100.
Close to 100,000.
Yes, you see, but and these people need kings. These people need to be able to walk around. They need to be able to go to their farms, the rural area. Those who are in the market to be able to move to market. Those who are in schools. We have students in the universities. We have students who are employed. And we have those in the training colleges. It's a big situation, and they all need all sorts of devices. I mentioned a few devices as well. We need support. We need support. You see, look, we have the proof. Say, woman supporter, it doesn't go two ways. Say, as we speak, we have a lot of students in university. We have a lot of blind persons who become lawyers. We have a lot of blind people who are teachers. We have businessmen. I even know a blind mechanic who fixes cars. Asredu. Yeah, he's a brake mechanic. You see, and we have blind people who are farmers. We have musicians. We have so many different works, and these people have all received some form of support or the other. I'm just appealing, say, investing in a blind person, it is something that we must begin to do. And look, we are part of this country, part of this economy. We are part of this nation. And it's not just about us receiving from the nation, but ye per se, we want to contribute to nation building, and we need to be equipped to do that. We have look, say we have somebody who is the first female chairman of a UN committee. Madam Gertrude, listen, Madam Gertrude Fafwame. She's the chairman of the UN committee. No other woman has chaired the UN committee before. She's the first, whether blind or sighted, but she's there. We have icons like Mr. Yalfori Deborah, who is a recipient of the of various international
awards.
Yeah. We have Dr. Seydou Dana. We have Dr. Bachir Gari. And these are all lawyers. You know, so we have the potential. The potential is there. You see, we even have lecturers like Dr. Ahunto. Yes. So they are there. They are near a canopy, a little more support. So more blind persons can show their way.
Yes. Out of that, the number of boys, registered members of the Ghana Blind Union, percentage are no more white kings.
You have the last time we did a spot check, which was about last year, I think the beginning of last year. Yes, a spot check. Yeah, well, less than 40%. I think it was about 39% or something. Yeah,
about 39%.
Yeah.
So the remainder no be anywhere.
The remainder over 60%, they don't have white kings.
So how do they navigate? I mean, so in my head, that's the question that I'm asking. How do they navigate?
Some of them make say like you're in the rural area there. Every year you get some stick beer, you just cut a stick and use it. Some people like to use bamboo because bamboo is normally very straight. So you just cut bamboo or this neem tree, neem tree, and then they peel off the bark, and so it dries and looks white. Okay, but these are not strong enough to help us. And then others to rely on maybe our friends and family members to take them around. But it limits their independence. Because it means that you can't go anywhere
without the
unless
person.
somebody comes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that is what we are working against. We want everybody has a right to be independent, to go where you want to go, when you want to go. That's how they know it, but it's difficult. And if we need to encourage, we need our people to be more independent. The white cane, as you see it, is a tool of independence, a symbol of independence. A symbol of independence for the blind person. However, let me just add this thing. Say, the independence and the navigation that the white king does helps us to navigate around and go places. It just also reminds us that it is not only physical obstacles which we are dealing with. We are dealing with attitudinal obstacles. Attitude. We are dealing with discrimination. We are dealing with limitations. We are dealing with so many things, so many barriers and things that hinder us from reaching our goals and aspirations in society. Until the white king symbolizes all of that. Yes, and we know that we will progress. Where we are now, we're not here 10 years ago. Now, so the rates are is slow.
Rate is slow. Would you say a DN and a bit to me yo? So I always funnel it down from top.
Yes.
At the global level, DN bit to me yo to help say all blind people do have white kings. At the national level, DN bit to me yo at the society level, DN bit to me yo to ensure say obi biara yenua biara. Let me put it that way. Yenua biara no nani ehwa touching biara has that white king obey me.
It should be a basic policy of every government, of every district assembly say white canes must be provided to every single registered blind person in the community. And yet it had become like a Ghana Blind Union, a job to do that. But our job is to advocate. But what we are doing is because it's not being done. But I'll say it again, say it should be a policy. Every community, every district should be able to provide the people in the community, the blind people in the community. No, they're not that many. You can provide them all with white canes, and also provide training. And the Ghana Blind Union can give technical support in that direction. Say what kind of canes and what kind of training we can support in that direction. But it should be an official policy. White canes should be an issue of right. It shouldn't be an issue that we have to chase and walk around. Everybody has the right to walk around.
Yeah.
And we need this one to help us do that. So it should be something that we should have. It shouldn't be something that we have to beg for and cry for and appeal for. Say if you are determined to be blind, if you go to the hospital and you are diagnosed as to be irreversibly blind, then as part of the rehabilitation process, and all the rehabilitation centers everywhere, they should be able to give out white canes. It should be something. Let's just say it should be a policy. It should be something that we don't have to fight for.
And that's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, from the policy point of view,
yes.
Do you feel you've been neglected over a period of time? Because when policies are being talked about, it looks as if we talk about the vulnerable in society, but mostly we don't hear say there is a specific policy that is targeted at the Ghana Blind Union.
Niamey can say once a lot of the policies are generally blanketed to all persons with disability.
Yeah.
So you have the National Disability Act and all that.
Yes.
So those are things for all the disability groups, which I would say is also very good. It's very good because it captures disability aspects in it. But then, fizzling down to specifics, every disability group has its specifics. Now, yang as blind people, our specifics are number one. We need mobility aid, which is a white cane. That's number one. As for the educational aids, we need a lot. We need to be able to do many things. We need to be able to write. We need to be able to read. We need to be able to acquire other machines, other devices, and we need the training. And then we need also to have employment after all of this. These are the things.
Employment is also a critical part of the conversation, because then according to all of the help has been given you, but me school then bano ba be juma come say bi ewo because of your condition. I just had a text message from one of my professors or say, Sifa, what I taught you, you are not using it. They are not blind, they are visually impaired. And that's the correct term or see me use.
Let me comment on that. Okay, yes. I wouldn't fault your professor. He's right. But then I'll tell you too. Blind, using the word blind is not derogatory.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with using the word blind. We are Ghana Blind Union.
Okay.
We are members of the African Union of the Blind. And we are members of the World Blind Union.
Okay.
So the word blind is not derogatory. The visually impaired appears to be more comfortable. Yes. But visually impaired is it covers a very wide span. It covers people with other eye ailments and all that, and maybe your vision, you have some vision, you may not have some vision, and encompassed in that visually impaired is blind. Okay, so yes, I've noticed that some people shy away from the word blind, but I'm not ashamed to be blind. Okay, I'm not ashamed to be blind. So and even at the World Blind Union, the term used is blind and partially sighted.
Blind and partially sighted.
Yes. And the World Blind Union is the highest body that coordinates blind persons in the whole world. Okay, but like I said, visually impaired is also wrong. It's also correct.
There is a gentleman who's also sent me a message. He said, kindly tell Doc that I will need his help to draft a policy for the blind in my constituency. What does it take to do that? May the number Bema Madam Wilson said they will get in touch with you for the assistance that you may need. But Minya Wilson. Emwano boom 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 boom. Eba yenhwe emfamfiri mfa se ebeba.
And one day, and can you be here from all corners?
Okay.
Yeah, the government's day, banana, individual groups, yeah, only na ye beji.
Ebia ba ebeji. And the emran 10 and the emwano. Pajogana for munti. Emwano emran 10. Say ebia adwene say ebia 100,000 kings kran ye beto ne de gu ho. Na ye ja ediama the Ghana Blind Union because ye den ya obi blinder omho na obeko na akwa GB said the doc kan ye no say obi eko asopiti na okokohwe na yesi nani no irreparable nya de obetimi ehuna de biwa enka bia no a owo no akra no ko se otimi nya ye white king ni bia obetimi edi anante remember doc mo aka ansem ba ko de atumi tirim say the white king represents freedom fa hu die and independence. But Mama Wilson, what do we count?
Me person me count be kakwa. Na obi beka say oh, me dey me fan fiche ho na me nya edua bia na ne ma sensen ho na me pacho white cane dey nke ye best. And no ye wo collapsible one. Ultimi foldi. E man say maba he na me folding the kama me dey ahia me pocket. Enso kitapoma na sabi o wan hwe ne ye kra na akọwa wo baby, akọwa wo mfi. Aha. Nti no na white cane so wo hwe a ye wo portion bia ho ye kokko. Aha. Eno aye reflector. Nti no say driver bi ko na say ade asan esuma ba ho no be reflect no so blind person bi eko na wo puma okitai hwe ne ho nti white cane dey yes say ehu be hia ye papa ehu hia ye papa nti no say woni munue bi na say we kra puma yi dey eye ma no omfa nkosa mesre say white cane ye mbɔ modern na ye support ye ho na ye mpa bi ma ye nuanom a omo ye visually impaired.